Good morning. It's Asher from Conscious Creators, and today I would like to take a little look at the two opposing forces that I know of, the only two opposing forces that I know of that exist on the planet in human form. And those are what would be called good and bad throughout time. There's the force of good, or what I would call supporting love's expression and honoring one's individual connection to truth, as opposed to living in a fearful and reactive state of mind and having an obsessive need for control. So those are the two opposing forces that exist. So there's fear and control, and there's truth and love. And depending upon how much fear you are in, that's how much access you will have to truth. And depending on how much fear you are in, that's going to also determine the amount of control that you're going to obsessively need to have over your environment. And the more that you need to control your environment, the more limitations we are placing upon love's expression. So when they talk about conditional love, it's actually the expression of love that has been conditioned by the need to control. So the opposite of love is not necessarily fear, it's the need to control. And when, as everyone knows, and what was reflected throughout time, when people are in fear of any sort, they have no access to their inner truth. And when they don't have any inner access to their truth, they're easily manipulated and controlled and guided to do all sorts of weird things, which is reflective in, Nazi Germany on forward. So when people are in fear, they disconnect from that internal connection to truth, and they're easily manipulated. And when people are in fear, they start reaching out, kind of like a thunderstorm with a child clutching for its blanket as it's fearful because it doesn't understand the thunderstorm. It just hears the loud noises, and it needs some sort of control over its environment because it has none. So it grabs onto this blanket super, super tight. That's kind of what happens with people who are in fear. They have that same kind of relationship with their environment and their loved ones and all that. And that places every condition imaginable onto love, our ability to receive love and to give love. And so those have been the two opposing forces that we've been battling with since the beginning of time. You can call it good and bad. You can call it right or wrong. You can call it darkness and light. But one is a connected state that's capable of supporting love's expression, and the other is a disconnected state that's only capable of projecting fear-based ideas into its reality and then needing to control that reality because they see it as being so fearful and threatening. So anyway, I just thought that would be super helpful for some of you out there to understand the difference.